Hey, what's up? Oh, no kidding. The ban list is out already? No. No, don't tell me nothing about it. I'm gonna go look at it right now. Alright. Alright, I'll talk to you later. Bye. Alright. Alright, let me take a look at this. Alright. What? 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 What's up YouTube, this is GalacticGod, and I'm coming at you now with a video on my thoughts of the newly released January 1st, 2014 Forbidden/Limited list. So my first impressions of the list are, wow, Konami really took the panhammer to dragons. Now, when the previous list was announced, a lot of people thought the same thing, that, Dragon Rulers were essentially a dead deck, and, the deck evolved and changed and resurfaced and was just as strong as it ever was. But with all the new hits that they got, I don't see how that's going to be possible in this upcoming format. One of the reasons is that they actually banned Dragon's Ravine. This is a real integral card, not only to Dragon Rulers, but to the actual Dragoonity deck as well, so both those decks are already going to suffer. From there, cards like Return from a Different Dimension and Sixth Sense both ended up on the ban list. I don't think this is too surprising to much of anyone. A lot of players essentially knew that they were going to end up on this list. A kind of a little bit of a surprise one is Self-Destruct Button. This is one of those degenerate decks that probably should have had this card placed on the Forbidden list many, many moons ago. Anytime Konami takes steps towards getting rid of degenerate, OTK, or decks where you just don't even have to be there to play against your opponent, I think just need to go. And I was happy to see this card end up on the ban list. So for Limited, we have all four of the big grown-up dragons. All of them are now limited to one. A lot of people thought they might have only got limited to two, but Konami went ahead and brought them down to one. I was personally thinking they were probably going to go to two just because the second wave of 10s had just recently come out, and I figured Konami was going to try and get all their money's worth out of that second wave. But I guess they figure they've made enough money off of Dragon Ruler so far, and the people are still going to probably buy the 10s anyways, with them being limited at one. The Breeze Dragon is another one that got limited to one. Yet another hit for Dragon Rulers, or dragons in general, or plant for that matter as well. Not really surprised too much by this. I mean, the Breeze gave you instant access to cards like Black Rose or Ancient Fairy Dragon. Just really strong, powerful card that doesn't need to be so prevalent in the game. Then, of course, a card that I was really hoping would come back that I talked about in my ban list prediction video, Magician of Faith. Definitely glad to see this one off the list. I know when I finally read that, Magician of Faith was released from the Forbidden list, I went to eBay to see how much the super rares were going for, and of course they dramatically jumped up in price. I think yesterday they were going for about $15 to $20, and now I see them for about $60 to $70. Crazy. Alright, moving on to the spells, a card that I think should have ended up on the ban list instead of just being limited. Of course, I'm talking about Final Countdown. This card is so freaking retarded. I can't believe it's even just limited to one. It should have ended up on the ban list right next to its good buddy, Self-Destruct Button. From there, Divine Wind of the Mist Valley is limited. Good. I hate that card too. Sacred Swords of 7 Stars, another dragon card that got limited to one. Not really sure why this one was so much limited. I mean, perhaps there's more level 7 decks that can abuse this a little bit, but I would have been fine with this one staying at 3 at this point. Then, of course, Spellbook of Fate. Prophecy players everywhere are crying over this. I personally think that maybe they should have got either Blue Boy or Secrets, but Fate is going to definitely hinder the deck as well. But I think it doesn't hinder it so much that it makes it completely unplayable. I know a lot of people were saying that spellbooks are also dead with Fate at 1, but I think it'll evolve and change a little bit more, and I think it'll still thrive with Fate at 1. I mean, they still got the field spell for recycling power for it and everything, and I think it'll do just fine. Alright, so for semi-limited, we have Lone Fire Blossom. That's pretty good. I mean, Debris is now limited to 1, so you don't have to worry about too much abuse with Black Rose and whatnot. Plus, there's a lot of new plant support coming out, and Lone Fire will definitely help those decks thrive. Also, we got Chaos Sorcerer now limited to 2. Good. I mean, I don't understand why he was at 1 for so long anyways. Nobody's really playing Chaos Dragons anymore. So for no longer limited at all, we have cards like Archlord Christia. Should have been at 3 a long time ago. Mizuki did nothing at 2. Probably they'll do nothing at 3. Plague Spreader Zombie, another card that probably should have been at 3 a long time ago. TG Striker, yet again, another card that Really should have been a 3 a long time ago. Then we have Tour Guide from the Underworld. A lot of people were suggesting that this card could come back at 3 with Sandgang gone. It's not as broken or as abusable as before. From there we got Constellar N7. I was really happy to see this card come off too. Another card that I went to eBay, checked really fast, and saw that the price dramatically jumped in it. It went from about, I don't know, a $10, $12 card to a $25, $30 card. Luckily I still have at least one, but now I'm going to have to try and find a way to pick up some more. And then finally, Fire Formation 10 key is no longer limited to 2. You can have 3 in your deck once again, thus giving even more support back to Constellars. Not only did they get M7 back, but they got their 10 key back as well. This will also give rise to a lot more Fire Fist decks. All the different variations of it will definitely benefit from having the third 10 key back at their disposal. So overall, I was actually pretty pleased with the list. They addressed Dragon Rulers quite extensively. The only deck that I don't think they really touched too much on was Mermails. I think it'll still be a pretty heavily used deck next format. I mean, I guess limiting Tidal to 1 kind of took some of the luster out of the deck, but not enough, I think. Competitive-wise, I guess the 2 decks that I'm looking at next format are Constellars and Spellbooks. I know a lot of people think that Spellbooks won't be able to do as much with the 1 Fate, but I want to try it out. So right now, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how Yu-Gi-Oh! Shapes up in January. So realistically, I can't see how anyone would not like this list. Who's calling me now? Oh yeah, I don't think I'm gonna take this call. Alright, I'm pretty sure he's not gonna like the list. Anyhow, in the comment section below, remember to let me know what you guys think of the list. And I guess that's it for now. This is GalacticGod, out.